Now, my last question regarding relations with Albania that we have touched on a bit. So, in terms of relationships with Albania, they politically over the last year, there's been a bit of back and forth between the two countries, maybe be described as a bit rocky. Do you think this comes from the Albanian side, maybe being a bit provocative, or the Kosovo side, maybe being a bit hard-headed? Or is it just two Balkan men who are very hard-headed, coming together? Do you think Edi Rama has been right in his approach? He's kind of tried to position himself as a mediator of sorts. What's your view on this? Or do you think it's all a show?
No, actually, it's not a show. Unfortunately, it's not a show. I would love it to be a show and to be so superficial that we call it, a show. Unfortunately, Prime Minister Rama had these issues, not just with this current Prime Minister of Kosovo. Whenever they don't agree, and it's always in terms of Serbia, the issue is Serbia. Whenever we don't agree with his stances, with his opinions regarding the Kosovo-Serbia dialogue or the solution, Prime Minister Rama tends to personalize the state-to-state relations, which, in contrary, personal opinions of a certain leader of Kosovo should not affect at all the state-to-state sister relations we have between Kosovo and Albania. And it should be like that, regardless of what certain individual temporary leaders think of. So we've had this issue, again, I must bring this up, when in 2018, 19, 20, when there was a border correction issue, and which Rama indirectly supported, and the Kosovo government at that time didn't, but the president did. So Edi Rama personalized his relation with the president while attacking the prime minister. And I think he's doing the same right now because of association. And I think the Association of Serb Municipalities, as Serbia pretends to build one in Kosovo, is a synonym of division of Kosovo. So it's the same aim, but with a different model. So that's why now we see Prime Minister Edi Rama being hard on Prime Minister Kurti, going on and going ahead with proposals without coordinating Kosovo at all, or without consulting Kosovo at all, or just discussing on what the opinion of the leaders of Kosovo is. So I think this is not the approach that should be. I know Prime Minister Rama has more experience maybe. He's more informed on issues of geopolitical context, but unfortunately we haven't seen this this knowledge manifesting in a useful way when it comes to Kosovo and Serbia dialogue. Edi Rama seems like he is trying to build ahead a future for his international career.
He told me he doesn't want one.
Maybe he doesn't, but his actions, tell that there is a slight ambition there. And maybe he is using this kind of, neutrality element to put himself forward as, credible leader. But unfortunately, he's losing the main element, which is the national element that he should be helping Kosovo right now, especially when the history and the past is very fresh and we haven't resolved it, even though it has passed 25 years, but we're still dealing with the same issues 25 years after the war. So let's hope that they will find a common ground, as he did with the president of Kosovo lately. So he will find a common ground with the Prime Minister of Kosovo, as well as the Prime Minister of Kosovo should be more flexible on discussing, opening up, consulting with the Albanian Prime Minister. But it has not been pleasant to see and witness the clashes, the disagreements.
You can imagine Serbia seeing it and going, haha,
Definitely,
it should be a more united
it's
front.
no secret. We've seen Prime Minister Rama being very close to Vučić, especially in the time of the Open Balkans project, which has fortunately failed now. But we've seen them very close together,
Yes.
unfortunately.
I would hope that Albania would improve the ties with Kosovo more, especially at the moment.
But
when
apart
it's
from this,
such precarious.
apart from this context, you know, this relation, prime minister to prime minister, I think the president is doing a great job.
Yes.
The Albanian president, as well as the current foreign minister. I know they've been lobbying as well as discussing for Kosovo's recognition, as well as talking to other partners and members as well to advance Kosovo's subjectivity, which is very helpful.
Yes.
But I think given Albania's position in the world and in the international context, I think Kosovo could benefit a lot if there would be a genuine dialogue and a genuine coordination and cooperation on the priorities and on the strategic vision and on the issue of helping each other as Albanians to strengthen ourselves in the Western Balkan region for purposes of peace and stability and democracy.
That's a good note to end on. Milica, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Alice.
That's all for this week. Thank you for joining me on Inside Albania. You can watch the show every Saturday on Euronews Albania, on our YouTube channel, or across all major podcasting platforms. Mira Pavshim.